Guys, we are going to talk about efficiency today. And efficiency, in my opinion, is the difference between someone burning out when they're trading or working in general and someone managing to consistently be profitable and managing to consistently execute their strategy without feeling burnt out, without feeling stressed out, etc. So there's a couple of tricks that I use for efficiency. And I spoke about this in the last video as well. In the last video, we talked about atomic habits, basically meaning how habits do really influence your ability to be consistent in something. And now I want to show you exactly the habits that I use for my trading, and I want to talk to you and show you how I become really efficient at placing my orders, how it never feels like a tedious task because I'm never calculating lot sizes, how it always feels really easy and simple to do. So let's get right into it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is MetaTrader. So MetaTrader can really be used to efficiently analyze and place the orders. A lot of people just don't do it. A first little trick and tip that I'm going to give you is making sure that you have a default order set, a default template for your charts. This is what I always do. So your default MetaTrader chart is going to look really weird. It's going to have the 15-minute, then it's going to have the 1 minute with a bunch of lines. So what you do is you right click, you go to properties, and you make sure that it is all set the way you want it to. So let's say you want a white background, you do that. You want to change your candle colors, simple as that really. Then you want to delete the indicator because obviously there's going to be a few indicators when you're first doing this. And you can see those by, once there's an indicator, it'll say objects here. I don't have that because I don't have an indicator, but it'll say objects here. And then once you click that, you can click that and delete it. So then you click the 4-hour time frame. Then you zoom in, and then you click the arrow here. MetaTrader pretty much works the same way, MetaTrader 5. Once you've done that, what you do is you drag on the Fib tool, which you can find if you look here on the top left. There's a bunch of different tools. The Draw Fibonacci Retracement. By default, that's going to look really weird. So what do? You right-click that, and then you go to Objects List. You double-click that, you click Edit, and then you set the Fibonacci levels. So you set, for example, the 75, the 100, the 50, and the 0. You close that, you click OK, close it, and now it's saved to the Fibonacci level. Now what do? You right-click MetaTrader to charts, you go to Template, you go to Save Template, and you save this as a default. You can either do default.tpl or just default in general, and it should work. Then now whenever you open a chart, it'll automatically be set to those parameters, and the Fibonacci tool will always look the same, so you don't have to adjust it whenever. So now you've already given yourself an advantage because it's really easy to analyze on MetaTrader. But let's make that a little easier in general. There's an assistant, a trade assistant, an EA basically, which is called Trade Assistant MT4. It's $100. I think with Black Friday it's $50. But this is the best investment that you'll ever make in terms of trading software. Trade Assistant MT4 is the easiest tool. I think every trader should have this because it calculates the lot sizes. It makes it so that you can easily put auto break even on and make sure that you can drag your limit orders. I'll show you in a second. So once you have that, you can buy that in the market section down here. It's $100. Like I said, it's the best $100 you'll ever spend. You click Allow DLL Imports. So to basically get it onto your chart, you drag it, Allow DLL Imports, and click OK. Now, quick little tip, you can save this as well. If you go to Template and you save the default with the Trade Assistant MT4 on, it'll automatically open the chart with Trade Assistant MT4. I'll show you actually. Now if I go to Default and I click a new chart, it'll automatically open with Trade Assistant MT4. So this is a life hack for efficiency in general, but now let me show you the exact routine that I do step by step to make it so that it's really easy for me to analyze and place my orders. So the first thing I do obviously is I go and look at my trading view and I quickly analyze over my chart. So I've got a few sections. I've got swing and then I have pending. You can make those by literally just flagging them, and then if you click the table view icon, not the table view, but if you click the watch list icon, so where it says swing, and you create a new list, it'll pop up right here. So you can make your list that's called pending, and you can give that a green flag. So now if you go from swing to pending, it'll automatically set it over there. So every trade that I have pending, I'll just give that a green flag and it'll go over there. So what I do is I do my analysis real quick. It really doesn't take me too long. I make sure I zoom into my similar level. And then let's say I have 5 trades. Let's say I have these 5 trades marked out. That's great. Now I just go to my pending section. I drag on the Fib tool. I don't usually even drag on a Fib tool, but you can if you want. Okay, NZD-USD, what do? I go back to MetaTrader 4, and then I open up NZD-USD. Chart window, and then I draw on my Fib tool over here, Fibonacci retracement. Draw that like so. 1% risk, for example. Click the lot calculation button, then click lines. Drag it so that it is set to the correct order size. And now I literally click place. Obviously I can't right now because the market is closed, but that's all there's to it. And then you can also go to settings, to break even, and check break even. Set that to RR, set that to 1R, and it will now automatically move your stop to break even after 1 to 1R. So that's my efficiency life hack. Just to quickly recap it, another trade that I have over here, let's say GBP AUD, I want to take that short. I go to MetaTrader 4. I right click GBP AUD. Just made a demo account so it is not showing up. Right clicking GBP AUD, 1% balance. I drag on my Fibonacci retracement tool. I think it's hard to see because my face is probably in front of it. Yeah. Drag on my Fibonacci retracement tool like so. Lot calculation, lines, and make sure that this is a sell. I can do that by clicking the R button over there. And I literally drag it on. Settings, break even. It used to be at settings. Break even, 1R, auto break even, apply. And then I place my order. Obviously market is closed right now. And that's literally how I do it. It's very simple. And you can see that this way it takes maybe 2 minutes to place every single order that you have. There's no going to a website, calculating lot sizes, typing stuff in. No, it's very easy. You go on to TradingView, do your analysis, make sure that your analysis is set into a separate watch list so that it's the pending watch list, for example. You go on to MetaTrader, make sure that you have this default template and literally just place the order. And that's how I can manage it so efficiently because it really doesn't take me a lot of time to do it. Like I said, it's $100. It's the best $100 that you'll ever spend in terms of trading software. So I would definitely say go for it. But this is the way that I do it. I have been doing it this way for years. And it is a game changer, really. It is what allows you to efficiently execute your trades. And it's like I said, this is what prevents you from burning out. Because obviously trading can get really tedious. If you have to analyze, then you have to go to a website to actually calculate it. Then you have to type it into MetaTrader. Then you have to make sure that it's adjusted to the MetaTrader parameters. So obviously that's very tedious, and this just makes it a lot easier. Drawing the Fibonacci tool on MetaTrader and then literally slapping on the order as well. You don't even really need TradingView if you don't want to. I think TradingView is a little bit more convenient. It's a little bit user-friendly. But basically the mixture of the two really takes a couple of minutes. So I'm going to recap it one more time. What you do is you make a watch list on TradingView. So create watch list, create new list, call that pending order, and then flag everything green, for example. So I can name this with a green flag or an emoji, whatever. And then everything that I flag is going to pop up right here. So all the orders that I have flagged will pop up right here. Then all I do is I go over them one by one. I'm like, okay, I got to place this order. I'll go on to MetaTrader, open up the default template on NZD-USD and place that order. So let's do that real quick. We're on MetaTrader, opening up NZD-USD. Oops. Chart window, 1% risk, lot size calculator. Draw on the Fib tool real quick. Like so. My face is in front of it, I believe. Yep. We drew out the Fib tool. Now the 75, we automatically know where that is. We don't have to calculate it whatsoever. Drag it on. Boom. Boom. Place order. Break even. Auto break even at 1 to 1 R. There you go. Simple as that, really. That's what we do, and that's how it's easy to efficiently get a large frequency and efficiently execute that without feeling any sense of burnout. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this clears a few things up. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about journaling, and I'm going to be talking about journaling in detail, how I do that efficiently as well. But that's something for the next video. We're also going to be releasing a new journal, so I'm really excited for that. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.